Morning, everybody. How you doing? Welcome back. It's the Drink Salon. And for those of you who are new to the channel, uh, the copious amount of people who are joining recently, really, it's just been a steady growth, and I kind of like that. It's kind of been really nice. I do drink reviews. I drink things. I tell you about them, and I rate them, and talk about my own personal shit in between. Otherwise, show would be a lot shorter. I think it'd be like maybe a couple minutes, if that. Um, Today's drink of choice is a Snapple Tea, peach tea. We've done the mango twice for some reason. I'm not a big mango fan. Um, and I really would like to do the apple. I might do that soon. And yeah, let's check this out. Let's see the eco-friendly bottle they've got here. This is really nice. 160 calories per container, one serving per container. You're looking at 10 milligrams of sodium. That's nice. Low sodium's good. 40 grams of total carbs, where 40 of those from sugars. This is from Plano, Texas. Is a Snapple beverage company. Yeah, not bad. Let's open it up and taste the goodness. Any cool logo stuff? Nope. Wait, no, there's something. Dolphins are unable to smell. Okay, you know they're in water, right? You. I guess maybe I never thought about it, but I never also thought about like being able to smell underwater or when you come out, I guess. And now I'm like focusing really hard on my nose and I feel self-conscious. Part of me is like, that's dumb because they're aquatic and they're underwater. So why do they need to be able to smell things? You know, it's like the sense of like if they're like, say for sharks, if there's blood in the water, I don't know if they actually smell it in the water, if they taste it in the water. I'm not actually sure. I really should. I can't, it's not like I would study for when shit just pops up. Some people, man, I tell you what, topic of the day. There are people who just seem to know shit about shit, know everything about everything, or at least they think they do. And if you don't, you're a fucking idiot. I do not retain knowledge of things very well that don't pertain to my everyday life, and says this is something that I can kind of get behind. There's a lot of shit that I don't know. Like if you explain to me how to do some really important thing to you that's not actually for you, but something that you do at work, and like this particular thing, you explain all about this, and I'm like, that's pretty neat. I don't have to do it. I don't have to make do with it. So if somebody asks me how to do it or has to get me how to do it, fuck no, I'm not going to do it. I don't know how to do it. I was only told about doing it by somebody else. But for some reason, there are some people who seem to know a lot of shit about a lot of shit. There's this one guy that, like, if you talk about the director of a movie, he'll be like, oh, that was so and so. And then you start talking about a scene on a TV show about a heart defect or something, and you kind of explain it, and he goes, oh, and he's like, it's this. I read about that. And I was just like, okay. And talking about something historical and talking about the reasons for using some specific thing, and they'll pop in with, yeah, it's because they would do this and do this back then, so that's the reason for that. And I'm just like, well, where are you a Renaissance person? You know, see, that's the thing. They say that a Renaissance man, in this example, knows a lot about a lot of things. Like I said, not the master of none, you know. But the problem is the master of one can outshine. What was the thing? It was Renaissance man is not the master of one. He can outdo you in everything else. I can't remember that. I'll have to look it up again. See, that's the thing. That's not bad. It's not as peachy. There's peach. There definitely is peach tea. But it's not as peachy, that sharp, fresh mulled peach. That freshly cut peach that you get with some of these. Or that artificial, powdery kind of flavor for tea that you get sometimes with peach teas. Turn you off. Don't need that anymore. And then there are people who know things, who decide that when you're in a conversation with somebody, they need to interject it. Like, talking about politics, and it's like, you know, we're talking about, yeah, well, this was this, and then somebody did this, and they'll just come in and they go, so and so, and that was back in blah blah blah, and it's like, and don't get me wrong, there have been times where I'll have a conversation with this guy, and we'll ask him about something, or we'll be talking about something, and we're like, man, I wish I knew the name of that song, or something, or the you know, anything that, you know, normally he would know, like little oddball information of, and he'd be like, I don't know, you know. So it's weird. Okay, but yeah, it can be interesting. But yeah, it's one of those things. It can be very frustrating. It's like some people just like, it's amazing all the things, like what led to that, like what, and also to retain it to where later on you can be, it's this, and be accurate, because accuracy is important. Like there's people who like can fake it, and almost in a kind of okay, so I'm not gonna call out anybody, but there are know-it-alls, and then there are people who really do know quite a few things, and then there's the motherfuckers that fake it till they make it, lie, just out and out, just make shit up, but it's so close to being believable that you just run with it, especially if you trust them. And I got this one motherfucker, just this open mouth, and just what comes out of his mouth is close to the point where you're like, okay, I mean, I can see that. And then it's like, nah, just kidding, man. I'm like, you I believed you. I thought it was very funny. I marked it in my calendar today. So-and-so said something very funny. But that joke's actually that he was telling some of the truth. But it's frustrating to have to deal, just having to deal with all that. That's social. That's just social interaction. And the sad thing is that you don't know who's telling the truth, and you don't know who actually knows what they're talking about. Because I mean, I'm heading in a direction I don't want to go. My brain started going, there's motherfuckers out there thinking they're doing research by looking at websites. That's not how research works, dumbass. You don't look up in a dictionary and find the word for something and go, hey, I researched this. That's not research. Research is doing some work, figuring out the problem yourself, then sending your stuff in for peer review, and then getting information back from them that complies or denies it, you having to back it up, and then putting it back out for peer review again until you get... That's research. You don't just look up something that says, hey, you were right, even though you passed up a whole bunch of other shit and said you're wrong. That's not research. I did the research. No, you didn't. You looked at news articles with people who agreed with you and how they handled the situation. Oh, I didn't want to get into that. I'm sorry. Anyway. Yep, need a new comb. You get a brush. You get a new brush, and the little ball things, they fall off. So you've got the little hard ends on there. They scrape your scalp, and then you're running your finger through your hair, and you go, "Oh, is that scab?" And you're wondering where that came from, and instantly you're just like, it might have been my comb or my brush. And I've been, brushing my hair too hard, or the little balls have popped off and it's scraping my scalp. I need a new brush. Anyway, so Snapple Peach Tea. See, this is how this works. It's nice. It's very smooth. I like that. I like a good smooth drink. It just tastes a bit soft, I guess. Not like mushy, like an old peach or whatever. The taste is peach. I get the feeling that it's a bit artificial, but not as Jolly Rancher-esque as it could be. It's a nice, relaxed peach flavor. I think that's really nice. Especially like first thing in the morning if you want something to drink, or like midday lunch. This is a good peach tea. In fact, I wouldn't mind this with ice in a glass while I'm trying to eat, a burger or something, or fries. This is a nice tea. Yeah, that's really good. I'll probably drink this again. If I saw this, and I was up for some peach tea, I might drink this again, really. It's a relaxing kind of tea. It's not a pucker, with some of these teas I've had. And, I'd say tea-wise, or points-wise, let's go with, there are kids, and there's a field over the, not necessarily a field, but like they're next to the road, and they're having to run. There's no sidewalk, so they're running on the grass, and this car is like, could have had plenty of opportunity to get in front of me and move into the lane in front of me to get away from them, but like, so it looked like I also do road rage. Anyway, and they started moving towards me. Turn signal, you mother! Oh, that pisses me off so much. Okay, alright, now you're gonna stop. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, so there's a following car in the lead of the kids on that side, where it has hazards running, and slowly following along with the lead runners. Nobody behind them doing it, but that's what that's doing. And I don't know, it's like it should have gotten in front of me sooner. Waited until we got close to that vehicle and then got in front of me. That's so frustrating. Anyway, I need some more peach tea. I like this. I think I'm gonna give it a 3 and a 7. It's a nice tea. It's a nice tea. I like it. It's delicious. It's not overly sweet. Doesn't leave a funky taste in my mouth besides peach. I got peach, and I know if I've had peach, I'm like num 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 num. Okay, and I don't want water afterward. It's not overpowering. So, yeah. And anyway, that's my grading. That's my show. I hope you all have done well. I hope you are doing well. I'm done well. And now it's time for my outro, which is me telling you and me wishing you health, wealth, and love with enough time and gusto to enjoy it all down to the last drop. I am Sir Drinks a Lot. This has been a Lap It Up. You take care. See you in the next one.